I had no idea who was going to play Leonardo. It's obviously a really difficult part to play. So when I found out that Aidan was available and interested in playing the part, I was thrilled.
He's a deeply sensitive personality, a deeply sensitive character. And you have to have that in the artist. You have to have someone who feels everything.
Absolutely the perfect actor for the role of Leonardo. I've never been able to think of anybody better.
To be able to convey his intelligence and the enigma of Leonardo, the mystery of where his genius comes from, that's something not every actor can do. And I think we all felt really confident that Aidan could deliver that, and he has.
I felt a lot of pressure, you know, in preparing to play Leonardo, but I mean, that's what attracted me to the part as well. It's terrifying.
I think for him, it's great to have a role like this to go and play with and explore and challenge himself with, because Leonardo is a man capable of rage and passion and huge empathy and insight.
But we don't know what he was like, you know. We don't have YouTube videos of him. He wasn't on political campaign. We don't have any. We've never heard him speak. We've never seen him walk. So you can start to create this person, this human, behind all that work. So I mean, that was the exciting part too. You're not mimicking a famous person that we're all aware of. We're with all the work and with everything we know about him, we're sort of starting again.
And it must be very intimidating to play a real character from history that was such a genius and to make him human.
I overreached. Attempted to cram too many ideas into a single word.
Always hard to say who my favorite characters are, because I love all the characters or I wouldn't write them. It's like asking somebody to pick their favorite child. But I would have to say it's Caterina.
Caterina da Cremona is love, like Leonardo would say. She's love.
Tell me about this woman, Caterina da Cremona.
You can't help but love her because she is so blunt and she's honest. She's too honest. She's saying things she should not say. They just come out of her mouth immediately.
She's a young woman. She's a tough one, and she comes from the street, the working class, and so she knows what's what. And but she's also a pure heart, like a white heart, a pure soul.
Is wonderful, and I think the relationship that she has with Leonardo, that is obviously the love story at the center of this show, is really interesting because ultimately it's a platonic one.
It was platonic, I suppose, but there was also there's a thin line between all of that. I think it was a real representation of love as opposed to something being platonic or romantic or it felt a mixture of the two of them or something more than that even.
So she's able to push him in ways that he's not able to do himself. He doesn't have the confidence. But also he's able to see things in her that she didn't see.
Yeah, it was something more than just a friendship, I think, which was really interesting to play.
They become brother and sister, husband and wife, best friend. We don't know. They have this great bond and this great connection. They can't be enchained. They belong to each other.
All my life, I have felt like nothing. Until now, and until you.
And I don't think that those sorts of love stories are necessarily told as, or in quite the same way that we managed to do on this show. So I'm really proud and excited about that.
And she's like a key that opens him up and begins to allow him to show his art to Verrocchio, to be recognized as the most talented apprentice in the studio.